Hey everybody, John with you again. This is the walk around and cold start demo of a 1971 Honda CB350 that I recently finished getting back on the road. I bought it up in Minnesota. It was a non-running bike, hadn't really been on the road for a while. It was missing a bunch of stuff, and I knew I could get it back on the road. So you know, as I do with all, it's not a Concours restoration. You know, there's the chrome is not in the best of shape, and it's got some reproduction mufflers on it, but it's a beautiful. It's nearly new looking. It looks completely stock. There's unlike I've done this is the second CB350, and I've also done a couple CL350s, and in those cases I took a lot of liberties and made a resto mod out of them with electronic speedometer, different tail lights, things like that. With this bike, I just wanted it to look completely original, so that's kind of the design brief that I went with. I also didn't want to break the bank, so I didn't spend money on getting things re-chromed. The chrome is in pretty decent shape. I mean, there's a little pitting here on the front fender. The rear fender is quite a bit worse, but it's been treated. It shouldn't get any worse than it is. It's put a little chrome paint on it to try to make it look as good as possible. I mean, they're out there. If you wanted to go and find a nicer fender, I'm sure you could probably do that. And the aftermarket mufflers, I think, look fantastic, better than the originals. But if you really wanted to, you could put David Silver Spares sells, I think, for $250 each. The left and right side replica mufflers for this model. So as I do with all my restorations, the bike was fully disassembled. All the steel parts were sandblasted back to bare metal. Any damaged areas, any cracks, anything like that were welded up and repaired. Any dents in pieces were fixed, pounded out and then smoothed over with minimal body filler. The engine, completely disassembled and inspected. Anything that was no longer usable was replaced. All the parts were vapor blasted. All the exterior parts, the cases, cylinder head. The cylinder head, the valves were. I touched up the valve seats with my New Way valve seat cutting tool. Got new, bought some used pistons. First oversized, so 0.25 millimeter oversized with new rings and honed in a nice tight clearance there, about 10 thousandths clearance. So she's like a brand new engine. Painted the side pieces cloud silver, polished up some of the covers, found a much better points cover. One of the things I did do for this bike is it has electronic ignition I bought from Niche Cycle in Florida. It's a Titronic system, so you never have to mess around with the points or worry about the condenser going bad. So recovered the seat with a nice new vinyl cover with the logo stenciled on the back. Basically everything's original. The bike was missing a lot of parts. I happen to have a lot of the parts in my spares bin. I had the turn signals, I had the gauges, I had the headlight, I had the tail light, I had the tank. The side cover is a reproduction, which is, in my opinion, you could buy used side covers on eBay, but they're going to be 50+ years old and brittle. So these are reproductions made, very beautiful, very well done reproductions made by a guy up in Minnesota. Retro CB, I think, is the website. And then the color, it's not a perfect match for the Honda's Candy Gold, but that really wasn't my goal. I just mixed up what I thought was a really nice candy gold, or did I say orange? I meant gold. And I think it looks really nice. The stripe, the graphic is not a decal. It's painted on there. It's the white, the black, and the candy gold were all done as paint and then cleared over. We got new badges on these side covers. We've got brand new passenger pegs. The kickstart lever also was something I had laying around because the engine was missing it. I had to buy a horn. It was missing the horn, and obviously all new cables. So she's basically a brand new bike. She runs and drives beautifully, ready to be purchased for me and then enjoyed for years to come. So the tires, let me talk about the tires. They're the correct sizes and tread patterns. We got a 3.0 ribbed up front. It's a Duro, and on the back. Let's see, I believe it's a 350. Also a Duro with a block tread pattern. So brand new tires, tubes, rim strips. The rims are new. It's a 185 by 18 on the back and a 160 18 up front. Brand new rims, new spokes, stainless steel spokes. You know, I relaced the wheels and trued them. New bearings in the wheel hubs. So I mean, you know, in many, you know, just as good as, if not better than new. Everything works. There's a separate video that shows me riding it. There's a separate video that shows, you know, demos all the electrical features. So let's go ahead and start her up. She's cold right now. So we got the turn the gas on. Not a whole lot of fuel. I'll put it on reserve, and we'll give it just a little bit of choke here, and then we'll turn the key on and we'll press the electric start.